23rd, 2026. Houston, NRG Stadium, Portugal versus Uzbekistan. Group K, World Cup 2026. And in the 6th minute of the match, Cristiano Ronaldo found himself in the perfect position just in front of goal. A cross from João Cancelo arrived perfectly. Ronaldo drilled his kick past the goalkeeper before he had a chance to react. And in that single moment, that one goal in the 6th minute, Cristiano Ronaldo did something that no human being in the entire history of football had ever done before. He scored in 6 different FIFA World Cups. 6 tournaments, 6 goals, 20 years. One extraordinary, defiant, impossible human being. Welcome to the final whistle. Today we are telling the full story of what Ronaldo just did in Houston, why it matters, what it took to get here, and why this record, above almost everything else in his career, might be the one that truly defines what Cristiano Ronaldo is. Let us start with what actually happened on June 23rd. Portugal's first group game against DR Congo ended in a 1-1 draw, with Ronaldo going scoreless despite attempting 3 shots. He could not find the net. The pressure built instantly. The critics came back. The same voices that have been saying for years that Ronaldo is finished, that Saudi Arabia was where his career went to die, that at 41 years old he had no business playing at a World Cup. All of those voices got louder after that Congo draw. Ronaldo had gone 10 games without a goal in major tournaments, a run stretching back to November 2022 after drawing a blank against Congo DR. 10 major tournament games without a goal. For any other player, that would be a quiet statistic. For Ronaldo, it became a news story, a narrative, evidence. His critics said that the end had finally arrived. Whenever things go well, Cristiano is doing great. But when they go badly, Cristiano is retired. He's too old. It will always be like that, Ronaldo said after the Uzbekistan match. He has heard it his entire career. And his entire career, he has responded the same way, by performing. Early in Tuesday's game against Uzbekistan, Ronaldo officially set the record, scoring a goal in the 5th minute to give Portugal a 1-0 lead. He found himself in the perfect spot, just in front of the goal, when teammate João Cancelo delivered a perfect cross. Ronaldo drilled his kick, sending it past the goalkeeper before he had a chance to dive. With that goal, he became the first player, man or woman, to score in 6 different World Cups and racked up 144 international goals, extending his record for the most ever. And he was not finished. Ronaldo struck again in the 39th minute. Bruno Fernandes split the Uzbekistan defense with a perfectly weighted through ball, sending his former Manchester United teammate in behind. Ronaldo finished clinically. Ronaldo also became the oldest player with a multi-goal game at the World Cup at 41 years and 138 days, breaking the record set by Lionel Messi earlier in this same tournament. Portugal won 5-0. Ronaldo was named man of the match. Now let us go back to the beginning. Because to truly understand what this record means, you have to take the journey with Ronaldo, all 20 years of it. Ronaldo's World Cup scoring journey began in Germany in 2006. Already considered one of the best prodigies in the game, his first World Cup goal came in a group stage match against Iran. He converted a penalty in the 80th minute to give Portugal a 2-0 win. It made Ronaldo the youngest Portuguese player to score in a FIFA World Cup match at 21 years and 132 days. Portugal reached the semi-finals, only the second time the team had ever reached that stage, 21 years old. A penalty against Iran, the youngest Portuguese scorer in World Cup history. That was how it started. A boy beginning a journey that none of us, including Ronaldo himself, could have imagined would end 20 years later, with history being made in Houston, South Africa. Ronaldo was 25. He was already one of the best players on the planet, coming off a Champions League triumph with Manchester United and his first Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo scored against Korea DPR in the 86th minute at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. Portugal went out in the quarterfinals, beaten by Spain, but the goal was scored. Tournament number 2. Box ticked. Brazil. Ronaldo arrived injured, carrying fitness problems throughout, but still, he scored. Ronaldo scored against Ghana in the 79th minute at the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. Portugal were eliminated in the group stage, one of the most painful chapters of Ronaldo's international career. And yet, even in pain, even in a tournament that ended early and badly, he scored. 3 World Cups, 3 goals. Nobody was counting yet. Nobody realized what was being built. Russia. This is where the conversation changed completely. This is where Ronaldo stopped being a World Cup participant and became a World Cup legend. Portugal drew with Spain 3-3 in one of the greatest World Cup matches ever played, and Ronaldo scored all 3 of Portugal's goals, a hat-trick, including a stunning free-kick equalizer in the final minutes. 4 goals in that tournament. 4 goals across multiple matches, multiple opponents, with everything on the line. Russia 2018 was Ronaldo at his absolute peak as a World Cup performer. The hat-trick against Spain, a nation ranked among the very best in the world, remains one of the most remarkable individual performances in the tournament's history. 4 World Cups. Goals in every single one. The record Ronaldo and Messi shared going into 2022 was 5, and they both reached it in Qatar. Qatar, the tournament that should have broken Ronaldo. Ronaldo scored against Ghana in the 65th minute at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. But the story was so much bigger than that one goal. The controversy with Manchester United, the falling out with the manager, the bench that humiliated him. Portugal played better without him in the knockout rounds. Morocco knocked them out in the quarterfinals, and Ronaldo walked off the pitch in tears. Most people assumed that was it. Most people thought Qatar was the final chapter. Even people who loved Ronaldo, who had followed his career for 2 decades, quietly believed that the World Cup chapter was closed. And then he kept going. Al Nassr, Saudi Arabia. People laughed. People said it was retirement in disguise. They said a man choosing Saudi Arabia over European football was a man who knew he was finished. The big leagues had moved on without him. The big clubs did not come calling. Saudi Arabia was the destination of players winding down, not players still competing. But Ronaldo kept scoring. He kept performing. He kept his body in extraordinary condition, the same legendary dedication to diet, sleep, and training that has defined his entire career. He kept appearing for Portugal. He kept wanting the World Cup. And crucially, Portugal kept picking him. And on June 23, 2026, in Houston, Texas, at 41 years and 138 days old, he did what Pelé never did, what Uwe Seeler never did, what Miroslav Klose never did, what Gerd Müller never did, what even Lionel Messi never did. He scored in 6 consecutive FIFA World Cups. Several other stars managed goals in 3 different tournaments, including Gerd Müller, Grzegorz Lato, Jurgen Klinsmann, Thomas Müller, and Gabriel Batistuta. Yet none extended their streak beyond 4 editions. Think about the names on that list. Gerd Müller, arguably the greatest pure goal scorer the game has ever produced. Miroslav Klose, the all-time leading scorer in World Cup history until Messi recently overtook him. Pelé, widely regarded as one of the 2 or 3 greatest players of all time. None of them scored in 6 World Cups. None of them were even close. Ronaldo now has 10 total goals at his 6 World Cups, putting him on an elite list of just 16 other players with double-digit goals in the tournament. There are now 3 players who hold the unique distinction of being both the youngest and oldest scorer for their country at the men's FIFA World Cup. Michael Laudrup of Denmark, Lionel Messi of Argentina, and now Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal. Youngest Portuguese scorer in 2006, now oldest. The same man. The beginning and the end of a 20-year story, written in the same country's colors, on the same stage, with the same burning desire to be the best. Ronaldo became the 2nd oldest player to score at a World Cup after Cameroon's Roger Milla, who scored at 42 years and 39 days in 1994. The gap between the youngest and oldest players in the Portugal versus Uzbekistan starting lineup, Bekruz Karimov of Uzbekistan at 18 years old and Ronaldo at 41, became the biggest gap between 2 starting players in a match in FIFA World Cup history at 22 years and 183 days. 2 decades of football history represented in a single starting lineup. Tuesday's game was the 230th of Ronaldo's international career, the most in the history of the men's game. He has scored 145 times for Portugal during that span, 145 international goals, 230 caps, 6 World Cups with a goal in every single one. These are not football statistics anymore. They are historical documents. Proof that something happened that the sport had never seen before and may never see again. Now let us talk about the Messi comparison. because this record exists alongside the greatest rivalry in football history, and it would be incomplete to discuss it without addressing what it means in that context. Lionel Messi has also played in 6 World Cups, the only other man to do so, but he did not score a goal for the Diego Maradona-coached Argentina side in the 2010 edition, paving the way for Ronaldo to claim this record. At least 3 other players, Messi, Kylian Mbappe, and Harry Kane, all entered the 2026 World Cup with more World Cup goals than Ronaldo. Messi now has 18 World Cup goals, more than Ronaldo's 10. The all-time record for goals in the tournament belongs to Messi. That is a separate conversation. But this record, 6 World Cups, a goal in every single one, belongs exclusively to Ronaldo. It cannot be taken away. It cannot be matched by Messi because the 2010 tournament is history. It can only be equaled by a future player who manages to score in 6 consecutive World Cups, a task that requires maintaining elite performance levels from approximately age 21 to age 41. Nobody knows when the next Ronaldo is coming. It may not happen in our lifetimes. His World Cup scoring journey began in Germany in 2006. Since then, Ronaldo has scored in every edition of the tournament he has played. No other male player has managed to score in 6 different World Cups, let alone 6 consecutive editions. The achievement is particularly impressive because it spans 2 decades. From a young winger bursting onto the international stage in 2006 to a veteran leader guiding Portugal in 2026, Ronaldo has maintained an elite level of performance across multiple generations of football. His longevity, fitness, and relentless commitment to excellence have allowed him to remain competitive at the highest level long after many of his contemporaries retired. The teammates who played alongside him at the 2006 World Cup are now coaching youth teams, working in television, running businesses. The opponents he faced in Germany are grandparents. The football world has completely turned over 2, maybe 3 times since Ronaldo scored that first penalty against Iran, and he is still here, still scoring, still breaking records, still making the world watch. Ronaldo said after the match, "We face setbacks during games and in life, but the main goal is always to improve." And that's what we did. It was a very tough and difficult week, with public opinion being very harsh on all the players, especially on me and the coach. But I don't mind. I've been in this profession for 23 years now. 23 years as a professional footballer, 6 World Cups, goals in every single one. A record that stands completely alone in the history of the game. Whatever you think about Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever side of the Messi-Ronaldo debate you sit on, whatever opinion you hold about his personality, his choices, his career decisions, this record demands respect. Not just admiration, not just acknowledgement. Pure, unconditional respect. Because nobody has done this before. Nobody even came close. And the idea that someone will do it again, that some future footballer will maintain the physical and mental standards required to score at 6 consecutive World Cups, is almost too extraordinary to imagine. Cristiano Ronaldo is 41 years old. He is playing in his 6th World Cup. He has just become the first human being in history to score at 6 different World Cup tournaments. And somewhere in Houston, after the final whistle against Uzbekistan, he almost certainly pointed to the sky, turned to his teammates and said, "They told me I was finished." So, if this video gave you chills, smash that like button and subscribe to The Final Whistle for daily World Cup 2026 coverage. Drop a comment below. Is this Ronaldo's greatest ever achievement? Let the debate begin. See you in the next one.